Hey there, baseball fans. Nathan Rohde and Shooter Hunt here with the latest episode of Coffee and Curveballs. Shooter, we're on to the second part of our Area Code Games Coffee and Curveballs coverage, so naturally we are talking about the underclassmen.
Yeah, you want to talk about some of the stars of tomorrow, looking, even forward into the 2021 draft, maybe even 2022 in here. These are some guys you want to know.
Excellent. There were 6 teams in the underclass portion of the event, so we're going to take a look at one standout from each team, a second standout from one specific team in general because, well, he deserves it. But first up, off of the athletics, we've got Tyree Reed, who is a long, athletic outfielder, currently uncommitted, and, man, he really showed out in Compton.
Yeah, we've been hearing about Tyree Reed for years now. Big USA baseball guy. But for him to come out at the underclass area codes against some of the top underclass pitchers in the country and show out like he did, it was really impressive. Left-handed hitter, loose hands, just really whips the barrel through the zone. I think there's much more power that's going to come from the left side there as he fills out, but he can stick in center field, and that's the makings of a pretty highly coveted prospect.
No doubt. We got 2 guys for you from the Brewers team. We're going to start off with a UCLA recruit in Eric Silva. Kind of a smaller frame guy, undersized. He's still young, so obviously he can grow, but there's nothing small about that fastball.
Yeah, we've always liked the way that the arm works on Silva, and even early on in the summer, Les Lukács saw him. It was good, but for him to make the jump up to touch a 95 this late in August, that's really impressive. And the first inning he comes out with a potential plus changeup. Really good pitch, was flipping over kind of a curveball in that first inning, which was meh. But then he comes out the second inning and starts burying back leg sliders on left-handed hitters. That, again, another potential plus pitch. Put 3 pitches like that together, he can continue as a starter, especially if he goes to UCLA, he really balloons and bumps up a little bit there. Mm-hmm. But it was uber impressive out of him.
Excellent. And then his SoCal counterpart in Rock Riggio, who is a name everybody should know already. He was at Tournament of Stars last year as basically an underclassman. Probably one of the more notable names in the class, and he continues to have a huge summer.
I mean, he's a dirtball in the best sense of the word. Anywhere on the field, he's going to be there. He was pinch running, he was courtesy runner, he stole 8 bases, and it's not plus speed. He's just a really good high IQ baseball player. Left-handed hitter, is real comfortable tracking any pitch, does not care about being behind in the count, was able to stroke things to all fields with some current pull side power at times, but really good looking baseball player. I think he's going to be going, if not just in college, professionally, just because of the way he can track.
Definitely. Then out of South Florida, off that Nationals team, we've got a Miami recruit in Irvin Carter, right-hander. Sometimes got that double pump in his delivery, adding some deception, but it's pretty electric arsenal as well.
Yeah, 6'3", 200 pounds. He just looks the part on the mound, and he has the confidence to go with it. Great kid, hops up there, attacks hitters, down the zone, creates that downward plane, a low 90s fastball. Solid changeup, but the breaking ball was 12-6 at times, swing and miss. Got the strikeouts. I think it's 7 strikeouts over 3 innings at this underclass area code event. Really like the upside because with those 3 pitches and that workhorse frame, people are going to allow him to go a lot of innings.
Excellent. And of course, as we move to Texas with the Rangers, shockingly, we were talking about an arm. This one's from the left side, though, in the uncommitted J.D. Thompson.
Yeah, Thompson, just a 2022. Now, we'd seen him earlier in the summer at the NPI down in Atlanta, and he was just as good there. But he came out, got a ton of swings and misses, both the fastball and the breaking ball. Touched 90, had it whenever he wanted, but it was more 84 to 87, some 88s, 89s. A lot in the tank, minimal effort, real good-looking southpaw in that 22 class.
Excellent. And then off of the White Sox, coming out of Wisconsin, an Arkansas recruit, Vince Trapani, a right-hander who was pretty electric himself.
Now, Trapani, for the last 2 years, big, strong physical frame. We've been following it closely. This was the best that I've ever seen him, and he was lights out. In front of Matt Hobbs, pitching coach there, Arkansas. Great time to shine right there for Trapani. The fastball, he located both sides, but more importantly, the breaking ball on this day. Threw it for a strike whenever he wanted, was able to place it on both sides of the plate. Really good outing for Trapani. He's a guy who made that jump throughout the summer. It's a good one to follow the rest of the way.
Excellent. And then wrap things up here out of the Northeast, representing that Yankees squad. You might recognize this name because he's got an older brother in pro ball right now. That's Joe Mack, younger brother of Charlie Mack. And just like his older brother, this guy rakes. And also, he's looking pretty good behind the plate, too.
Yeah, I raved about him all weekend, and I was blown away by the improvements he's made over a year. He's at the event a year ago as an underclassman, hadn't caught as many premium arms, so looked a little behind the plate. He's not behind anymore. He's throwing 185s in game, nailing guys, can receive really well. It's obviously a physical frame. Left-handed hitter, had no issue going left on left and driving the ball to all fields. But it's going to be a power-hitting left-handed bat behind the plate who can defend. Hey, you do the math, Rody. In 21, you got a guy like that. You're going to want to look at him a little bit closer throughout that spring in the Northeast.
Yeah, might call for a trip to upstate New York. But there you have it, a look at 7 guys from the area code underclass games. So be sure to go to prepbaseballreport.com for more coverage, and we'll get on a podcast as well as we go into more depth. Plenty to talk about. It was a loaded event, upperclass and underclass, so be sure to stay tuned. But as always, for Shooter Hunt, I'm Nathan Rody. This was Coffee and Curveballs, and until next time, we'll see you guys at the ballpark.